Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, TJ and I are just getting some impressive new information in right now, and that is a hurricane force wind warning now has been issued for parts of our area. It's essentially the coastal waters, but I mean, it's not often where we're talking about a winter storm and we're dealing with hurricane force winds. In fact, Nantucket up to
77 miles an hour,
and hurricane force is a 74. So we expect, especially along the coastline, for the power outages to start ramping up as the amount of snow increases as well. Let me show you this. We just made this map now where the hurricane force wind warning is located. The area is shaded in red. Let's put it on your TV set at home. And wrong one. Let's try it again. Right there, number 7 or number 2. Okay, that's why I wear glasses. All right, and you can see it includes actually Buzzards Bay. It includes Rhode Island Sound, not that anyone is on the water right now, but this does include the communities of Buzzards Bay, around the Cape, the islands, and just offshore. So these are not sustained hurricane force, but rather in gusts. Now, the one out in Nantucket, a gust to 77 miles per hour. So everything that we were expecting now is happening. Hurricane force winds, the heavy snow picking up. These are wind gusts within the last hour. Now, Block Island's gusting close to 60, Nantucket at 62, but just recently, and a couple of minutes ago, a gust even higher than that. The gusts, while still strong inland, not as strong as coastal areas. Storm system, I mean, really intensifying rapidly right in here, south and east of Cape Cod right now. The air pressure is dropping rapidly, so if you have a barometer at home, it should be falling rapidly, an indication of an intensifying storm system getting real close, and widespread heavy snow. And we're watching this area with interest. You see this darker area of blue. This is some intense snow offshore, and this is getting ready to head towards the coastline right now. This may produce snowfall rates on the order of 1 to 2 inches per hour, and that is coinciding with winds blowing 40 to 50. I mean, these are bona fide textbook blizzard conditions occurring right now and continuing overnight. Downtown Providence, of course, the visibility has been reduced significantly over the last 2 to 3 hours. And TJ, just moving is that Narragansett? Okay, just moving the camera down to Narragansett, and we've noticed the street poles really shaking in the wind right now, and the snow accumulating rapidly. Winds gusting along the coastline up to 50 miles per hour. This is the Fox Point hurricane barrier looking out towards the Iway Bridge, and you can see that visibility coming down. This is interesting. This is outside our studios here in East Providence, and this is a time lapse. And you can see, we've been running this now for the last 3-4 hours, the increase in the snow getting closer and closer now to the half-foot mark. Check back with Pete and Michelle tomorrow morning when we play this back. It'll be fairly impressive as this snow line continues to work up the yardstick. We do believe that by certainly noontime tomorrow we'll be close to the 12 to 18-inch mark as you can continue to see the snow accumulate rapidly. Some new information from weather spotters coming in right now. Over a half a foot in Wakefield and Warwick. West Warwick closing in on 5. Fall River half a foot, 6 inches. Woonsocket, Swansea at 5, and Westerly at 3. But these numbers have been going up, hour by hour, as much as 1 to 2 inches per hour. So, certainly overnight tonight, really starting to pile up. Heavy snow now through at least Tuesday morning. Of course, the winds increasing, the blowing and drifting. Power outages for now have been sporadic. I do expect them to be ramping up overnight and through tomorrow morning. Of course, travel very difficult. Kind of a rough guesstimate as far as the running snowfall amounts around this time now. 5 to 7 inches, 2 o'clock in the morning, 10, 5 a.m., 14, 8 o'clock in the morning, getting close to around 15 to 18 inches, and then late morning into the early afternoon, climbing up into the upper teens to lower 20s as far as snowfall accumulations. The road's getting covered so quickly, it's very difficult for the road crews to clear this when you're snowing at the rate of 1 to 2, even 3 inches per hour with 40, 50 mile per hour winds. Fortunately for the Rhode Island coastline, flooding is expected to be minor. Completely different story. Major hurricane-like coastal flooding is possible for east coastal Massachusetts only during the times of high tide. You can see the storm intensifying rapidly. When do things improve? Well, certainly by late tomorrow night, and by Wednesday, looking at some sunshine developing, a dig-out day, but certainly travel will be very difficult on Wednesday with deep snow, even though the storm itself will be moving out. Bottom line, textbook blizzard conditions now through at least tomorrow morning. You can download our brand new weather app on your smartphones and your tablets. tablets. Make sure they're charged. If you lose power, you can still follow our news team and our weather team and information from the National Weather Service and the EMA, whether it's the Channel 12 weather app or our news app as well. Download both and they're free.
And on AM 790 will be on the radio as well, all of our regularly scheduled newscasts. So if they lose power in those devices, you go to your radio too.
Yeah, and even WPRI.com, you can watch this newscast on live streaming on your laptop as well. Of course, back in 1978, no news, we're in the dark, but it's a different world today.
Absolutely. All right, thanks so much for watching Eyewitness News at 11.
And we'll have overnight continuing coverage of the snowstorm online at WPRI.com. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow morning a half hour early at 4 a.m.
And just a reminder that as of right now, dry